Alright, y'all, so this is departure day. I head out about 2 o'clock right now. It's about close to 8:30, a little bit past it. But I just went and had coffee with some friends. Love tank is pretty full right now. But anyway, so I'm about to head home, get some breakfast, and just check if I missed anything when I packed. And I guess I will let you know what happens from there. I'm supposed to be going to lunch with Mom, and then just gonna pick up my aunt. They're gonna see me off. I'm heading from Little Rock to Houston from 2, and then I will have like a 45-minute layover to the big 9-hour flight from Houston to London, take a train down from London to Bournemouth, and I'll be staying at an Airbnb at the time because my place isn't just ready for me yet. So we'll see what happens, and there might be a chance I'll be able to get in the gym right when I get there, but then again, jet lag, so I might have to fight through it. We'll see how it goes, but more developing. Alright guys, so I landed in Houston. I'm about to fly out to London, but the problem is my flight leaves in about, well no, boarding ends probably about 20 minutes, flight leaves in about 30. So in other words, there might be a chance that your boy is going to have to show his athletic prowess. You know what I'm saying? I might have to run because I'm at gate B, and I need to get to gate E. So we'll see how that goes. I'll let you know if I make it. If I don't, this should be fun. Okay, so I made it in time. I did actually use the bathroom. Didn't pee on myself. 10 out of 10, would recommend. But now I am boarded, and I will see y'all in 9 hours. Okay, to those that asked, yes, there are roundabouts. It's like I never left, only they're in an opposite direction. So if I get hit, it's probably gonna be my fault. Alright guys, so let's consider this the first sit-down sesh of my live journal, if you will. So things have been going relatively well. I'm not moved in just yet, but we move in tomorrow. I'll be moving in around 9 o'clock into the student village, but so far I've learned quite a lot. So I'll just kind of give a rundown of everything that happened. So as soon as I got off the plane, first of all, it was like a really long walk trying to get from my terminal down to baggage claim. They kind of, ushered us through like some electronic gates for our passports, and then I had like 2 huge bags carrying with me. Then from there I had to get a elevator, what they call a lift, up to, well, down to actually, like where the trains were and everything. I needed to get on a train from London to Bournemouth, but there was no direct one unless it was like almost $100, well, pounds, 87 pounds to be exact. Everybody for security knows my mentality when it comes to remembering numbers and everything. But anyway, so from there I got directed by someone to ride the train up to the Green Park stop, which is where Buckingham Palace is. And I'm gonna try and show a little bit right here. But I kind of ended up in this really nice park. I think there were some kids that were looking at me kind of funny because I had my basketball out and everything. This one, to be exact, one that we'll be playing with in my league. But they're like, does he play in the NBA? And that kind of honestly was insult to injury because I'm not in the NBA at all. Anyway, so so I was walking with my luggage, and I was planning on literally walking all the way to Waterloo Station, but I would have to go over the bridge to get there, and that would have been at least about a mile and a half. So thankfully, when I got to Buckingham Palace, there was actually a Royal Guard change that was happening. The taxi driver that I met over at Buckingham Palace told me that's what they were doing, and he got me to Waterloo, and I took the train down here. And from there, I actually almost got pickpocketed. There was some kid that was just like standing near my bag, and as soon as I looked back, he looked like that he was reaching over, and then he's looking at me with panic. Dang. Thankfully, he didn't take anything. The train took about 2 hours. I got out, got a taxi to here at my Airbnb. Now, Miss Sally is my host.
She's been absolutely wonderful, the sweetest woman. Let me be able to use her kitchen, and I've gotten to meet a couple of people while here and learn a little bit about the money. Fun thing is that a lot of their stuff can be paid for with coin. They have their coins up to like $1, $2, and then their pence, aka our cents, they have them like at a 2 interval, and then at 5, 10, 20 was one of those. 25 I think is somewhere there, but I haven't seen them. Let me check my pocket actually. But no $1 like bills or anything. They're all coins. Let's see. Yeah, I also got a 50 pence piece. Looks like, yep, another 50. So I'm starting to see sort of a correlation. Sometimes size doesn't matter with these. Like this one is smaller. This is a 20 pence. Hopefully it'll focus in. Let me see if it can focus in. No, it won't focus in. Oh well. But that, you can see the size of that. And that one's a 20 as well. I actually need to learn this a little bit. But this one is bigger comparatively, but it's like 10. And then of course these are 5 down here, the tiny ones, which are equivalent to like our the size of our dimes, but they're really nickels. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, they do not have like £1 paper money or anything like that. It's really kind of cool. I haven't seen a £100 one, so I think that doesn't exist. But you know, they got a 10 here, they got a 5 with Winston Churchill on the back, and then a 20, and then there's also a 50. But I'm still waiting to put most of my money that I have here in a bank account, but I didn't really know how to go about it, I guess. And ironically, I work at a bank, so I probably should have known, or worked at a bank. Shout out for security. But since I don't have a bus pass yet, I just decided to start walking around a lot. A lot of the shops are nearby where I'm going to be living, so that's going to be really good. I'm actually going to try and, like, my cooking will apparently be really good with all the spices I brought, so... Excuse me. Surprisingly, I haven't done that a lot. I probably will, and I will probably get kicked out. So there's that. I haven't done the tea thing yet. I haven't been by the beach yet, so so by the next time that you see this, I am gonna get some tea bags and I'll throw them into the ocean, and who knows if I get yelled at or not. We'll find out. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. But anyway, so I was kind of just like walking around everywhere trying to figure out how to get my money in my bank, but right now I just had to wait on a letter from the university that shows my address, and I'm going to be attending there. But anyway, so that will be coming in a few business days, so that will be taken care of. My phone actually needs to be unlocked, apparently, so that way I can use a UK SIM card, get data coming in, so that when I'm out on the road, because right now I can get like a location of where I'm at on Google, but it won't give me like directions or anything like that, so it's really hard. Sometimes I get lost walking around, and I don't even know what bus to really take yet because I'm not getting any information or to call a taxi, anything right now. I did get help from an O2 associate, like their phone service, to try and get my phone unlocked over at this one near the post office. I'm still checking to see if I have been duped out of 45 pounds to do that. I mean, he got my information and everything, just I don't know what's taking so long. So I may try to research myself and try to figure out what's going on with that. But as far as development with the gym, right now they actually have it used to get the freshmen, well, what they call the freshers, you know, like new people enrolled. Enrollment will start on Monday. So they're going to get that going, and voice crack. But until then, the gym is going to be closed. However, I could probably use the weight room by tomorrow once I move in. It looks really nice, very well kept. I wish I got a video of it, but I was talking with the Sport BU like department head, Martin Wells, really wonderful guy. The guy that one of the first ones I talked to before trying to come here. That and the coach, but as of right now, it's just a lot of walking. You know, in Conway I had to drive everywhere, but my legs are getting toned. As I mean, not to brag or anything, but you know, your boy works out, so I'm definitely getting a workout from the walking. I actually ran into a guy while I was here. He was passing out some flyers for a church. I may be going to that, but they might be interfering with my training time because sometimes we'll be training on Sunday. But definitely been into the Word. Unfortunately, not as much because I've just been so busy trying to get everything started here. But surprisingly enough, the Lord kind of gave me a moment to slow down. I looked for a shortcut through to here through a cemetery, and then there was this church nearby. And while I'm sitting there, I'm about to walk on, and I'm thinking, wait, I haven't read my Bible yet. I haven't gotten anything. And well, I mean, I read Judges 21 today just to finish it off, but I didn't write anything down. So it's not to say it's not like I haven't read it, but I don't really retain the information as much. But as I was about to walk away and say I'll do it later, he's like, no, like, do this now. I got something for you. And he told me to go to Romans chapter 5 and start at verse 7. And what it talked about was the fact that we as people would not die for, we would scarcely even die for someone that's done something good. I mean, every now and then we would, but it kind of reiterated that Christ died for us when we were already enemies to him, and through him, our transgressions, they're all obliterated. So it was just kind of really cool that something about, you know, death spoken to me at a cemetery. Not death to the mortal flesh, but the fact that Jesus led himself, first of all, to be born of the flesh and to go through death that we also go through, but through the power of God, that although his death was probably the most painful because he took all of our sins with him, that it also kind of showed me like how our time is limited, but his is just eternal, that the state that everybody in the cemetery was in, or everyone's body, that he defeated that. He was not bound by anything of our mortal flesh, and that was just really interesting. I know that there was a lot more that I had. I just didn't get a chance to write it down because I had to get back here. I also met a really cool guy. His name was Tommy, and I met his friend Emily. I went to a Turkish restaurant. It was all right. They had some chili sauce that really made the meal. Saved a little bit for dinner tonight, but he might show me around a little bit. Might even work out with him every now and then. Who knows? But he helped me a lot. As of right now, I still haven't been down to the beach. Like I said, I'll be going down there later. I'll just try and find a taxi. But until then, I'm gonna try and get my phone unlocked, and hopefully these will start coming in a little bit faster, a little bit better. But in the meantime, I'm also gonna work on trying to edit these a little bit better. So we'll get to that. So the next time that you see this, I will be in my room, and yeah, that's all I got so far. Be easy, y'all.
Have you ever had a yellow? All right, Sean.
What?
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just making
I
a
wasn't
video
ready.
showing a friend of mine what I'm up to.
Ready.
Okay, here you go. Johan!
Oh, what the heck?